In 2012, Felicis Edwards was slammed into by a drunken driver at Crane on the west coast of Demerara. At the time, he was cycling between his home at La Jealousy and the Demerara Harbour Bridge. He was cycling at just about 5 in the morning as part of his training to become a football referee.
I suffered spinal cord injury, some head injuries, and some bruises.
Initially, he was taken to the West Demerara Regional Hospital, slipping in and out of consciousness. He was later transferred to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, where he was hospitalized for just about a month.
During the stay at GPHC, I was admitted, and there was particular mornings where I know I cannot feel my legs. So I tried pinching and so forth, there was nothing I could. So one particular morning where, at that time my doctor came and early morning and said that you have this and this injury. But at the time I wasn't knowledgeable of my injury. It was when he told me that it's when I asked him would I be able to walk again. He shook his head in a negative way, and I was like, that broke me like really hard.
Did you cry?
Honestly, who wouldn't cry? I broke tears for like 5 minutes. For 5 minutes plus, that won't be 6. Until I made my mind at that time that it's gonna be a hard road, and it's gonna be a fighting one to get back on my feet. So I made my mind hard and strong that I'm gonna be someone different, but in a different position.
Even though Felicis was discharged from the GPHC, he was bedridden for 9 months. He said during that period, if he had to visit the hospital, he was placed on a stretcher and then into a vehicle. During this, depression stepped in.
When I was bedridden, I started seeing all this, I started thinking ahead. Would I be spending the rest of my life in bed? Would I be in a wheelchair until then? Would I find somebody? Or would I get a job and so forth? And eventually, depression got to me. Until there were where the position I was laying down, there were a lot of medical aids at my hand reach. And one of those were the Methodist Spirit. So I grabbed a bottle and I attempted to drink it because I was sick. I was that depressed. I've never thought of doing those things. So I thought I was someone at the time that made me not to do it. So yeah, depression almost caused me to do suicide.
You thought of someone, and because of that someone, you did not do it.
Correct.
Who was that?
That's my niece. Ever since she was born, I was taking care of her majority of the time.
The accident impacted him severely. It almost cleaned his memory. Nevertheless, one day, he challenged himself to sit up. It worked with persistence. He has since regained sensation in his legs, but still can't walk. But despite what doctors have told him, he feels deep within that one day he will be mobile again.
So I am going to walk again. So with the mindset.
So what you can do? You can step out of the chair?
Not as yet. Not as yet.
Notwithstanding the odd, Felicis has been challenging himself. Using his wheelchair, he journeyed from Georgetown to Berbice in 8 hours. Through the use of technology, he has had a lot of support from persons in and out of Ghana. He is currently focusing on making it to the 2020 Paralympic Games in Tokyo. Archery is also another area of focus. He still goes to therapy sessions regularly. Anyone wishing to assist the former Leonora secondary student can contact him on 592-665-7115. And as for the driver who hit him, Felicis Edwards says no justice has been served. Handel Duncan, HGP Nightly News.